One of the most difficult things to face as a human being is what if? What if I invested earlier? What if I started earlier? What if drives humans crazy because it's something that we can't control? What if I sold? What if anything? What if I started? And the obvious answer is, okay, go start now. There's no reason for you to dwell on the past. You can learn from your mistakes, but then move on, take what you learned, and make a difference. And that's really easy to say. You hear it all the time. There's a lot of hollow words like that, but it's incredibly difficult to execute upon that. Being able to let go, to move forward, is one of the most egoically challenging things a human can do. And that's just human nature. The reflective part of memory is designed for you to learn from it. And it naturally goes to what if. When you're wondering about these things, it often feels like, why would I even start now? Like, I messed up so bad that I'm probably just gonna do it again. Or there could be other things. It feels overwhelming. And it's incredibly hard, but you need to start just moving on. You may feel like, oh, I really wish, a specific example here, I really wish that I started working out when I was younger so that I had a better body now. Well, I'm obese now, I may be overweight, I can't hit my goals, and it's gonna be more and more difficult the more that I wait. And that's the key point. It's going to be more difficult the more you wait. So you need to start now. There's no reason for you to continue going along that path. You got to take the first step, and you have to let go. You need to totally let go of the past. Egoically, it's incredibly challenging. I recommend starting with little things. Really, really little things. That's how you're going to start gaining that experience, being able to take the steps. When I first started this process of letting go and moving on and starting new things, I couldn't even start eating better. I couldn't even just think about it. It would make me so angry with myself, with things around me, that it was nearly impossible. And I literally had to start with brushing my teeth every day. I hated brushing my teeth. It took so much time. So what I did is I just made it a habit. Every time I got up, whether I didn't like to or I did, I would brush my teeth. And every time before I go to bed, I couldn't go to bed without brushing my teeth. And I made it a habit. And I had people hold me accountable to it. And when I talked to others about it, and I brought them in, it made it a lot easier because I talked to them and they're like, yeah, I hate it too. Sometimes I don't, and I feel bad. And it got to a point where it was like, okay, I'm really building this. And now if I don't do it, I feel like I'm missing something. And flipping that perspective was so powerful for me. It made something I detested and I felt I couldn't even contemplate into something I needed to do. And you can take that on a larger scale. Take it from brushing your teeth, eating healthier, to working out right, and all these further steps. Not just thinking about something, acting on it, starting it, beginning a new process, working harder, getting up earlier, anything such as that. You can start tomorrow. You could start now. And if you do that, you can just let go of the past. You can reflect upon it, you can learn from it, but it doesn't matter who you were, because you can change you now. But if you never do that, you're gonna look back on yourself in a year, in a month, in a week, in an hour. In the next 30 seconds, you can look back on yourself and you can say, hey, was I serving my best future? And if the answer is yes, if you are better now than when you were 30 seconds ago, think about how much that's going to multiply over the course of a day, over the course of a lifetime. Improve yourself now, because you're at a threshold. And if you elevate that constantly, you're only going to get better. But if you just stay there or you go down, if you stay neutral, you're gonna go down. You can't stay neutral. You gotta take the next step. You gotta better yourself. And you have to want to do it. And when you do that, life is gonna be so much better.